Welcome to the Therapist and the Wildcard, the show about grief, mental health, and all the messy stuff in between. One of us helps people heal for a living, and the other probably needs more therapy. Together, we keep it real, raw, and sometimes ridiculous. Welcome back to the Therapist and the Wildcard. Today, we're going to talk about Christian, my husband, who died. So you're a widow?
Awkward. Today's topic here on the Therapist and the Wildcard is about Chris. Honestly, without him dying, you would not be here. I would not be here. We would not know each other.
No, and that's so fucked up because, yeah, it messes with me.
For sure. But honestly, we wouldn't be here without him. So
no.
Why don't you tell us who Chris was to you? Maybe your backstory, like how long you'd been together.
Okay. We met online during COVID. He says that so I messaged him on POF, Plenty of Fish, which is crazy because you don't meet people on there. You just don't. If you know, you know. So he says he logged on to delete his account. And then he saw my message. And I think one of my first ones, it could have even been the first one. Maybe it was the first one after he replied to me. But his profile picture was a picture of him and a girl dressed up very nicely.
Okay.
And so I was like, are you married? Are you single? And he was like, what are you talking about? I'm on a dating site. I said, you would be surprised how many people are married and out there.
On these sites. Okay.
The girl ended up being his sister.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which one?
Kanisha.
Nice. Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, they were like at a wedding or whatever. And I told him, I was like, yeah, you're going to have a hard time meeting a girl because I thought you were possibly married.
Well, that's really bold to put that as your profile picture on a dating site.
Men don't think about that. Men don't think about that.
Well, and yet here you guys are. So
yeah, well, I'm a little crazy. So
the wild card.
So yeah, we met. I think I messaged him in November of 2020.
Okay.
Yes, because then we met for the first time in December. We talked for a month without meeting each other.
Okay.
He was from Ohio, only an hour and a half away though. So we talked for about a month on the phone before we met.
Okay.
But we talked a lot. I'm talking hours every day. And we would FaceTime, we would talk, this, that, and the third. And so I think it was December 5th was the first time we met in person.
Okay.
That story's also a little wild because my friends are nuts. I think I told you, right?
I feel like I know the story,
my brother jumped on the car.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Okay. So that was fun.
That's for another day.
And it was still COVID, so not a lot of things were open.
Okay.
And we both were not comfortable going out. So he came over to my house. Yes, I know, for the first time. But here's the thing. You know me, and I do a little research. And we had been talking for a month and on Facebook. We were friends, and his sisters, I think, had even, I don't know if they added me before we even met or shortly after we met. But I remember calling him and being like, so-and-so just sent me a friend request. Kanisha sent me one. Kiana sent.
Dang.
He has 6 sisters. He was the only boy out of 7, right in the middle. So he had 3 older, 3 younger. But yeah, he came over for the first time. We had dinner, and then we went and drove around and looked at Christmas lights.
Okay.
So yeah, that was our first little date. And I don't know if we ever made it official. We just kind of knew.
Okay.
Even from talking on the phone, I kind of knew. And it was just like, all right, let's just meet each other to like solidify this, to
Right.
make sure it's legit.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how we met online.
Okay.
Good old COVID. And because he lived an hour and a half away, he would spend like weekends with me. So he would
Okay.
like come up on Friday, stay till Saturday or Sunday. Kind of right off the get too. So,
Okay.
and then little by little, his things were appearing in my house and they weren't leaving.
Surprise.
And then he hadn't even moved in yet. And he calls me one day. He's like, hey, I'm like, what's up? He's like, your brother's coming over after work. I got us a new TV. Because he was a gamer and my TV just wasn't good enough.
Yeah, fair enough.
So when he got a new TV and brought his PlayStation into the house,
It's kind of permanent.
it was like, oh, okay, welcome. Glad you're comfortable.
Cool.
So yeah, he kind of just moved in kind of quickly.
Okay.
Like, and because his job was also more virtual, like it was like they were like, we don't need you to come in every day, da-da-da-da.
Gotcha.
So then like the weekends were longer and then longer and longer until he never left.
One day he just never left.
That part.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He had a dog when I met him. Okay, first of all, I'm allergic to dogs. Second of all, I don't really like dogs.
We'll get there, people.
And
We'll
out
get
of
there.
every dog, he had a husky.
I know you, so that's why I'm laughing. Oh my God.
A husky.
So wait, did he bring the husky to your place?
No, so he would
Okay.
use like an app and find dog sitters for the weekend.
Oh my God, that's horrible.
And then it literally was like, I didn't give him an ultimatum. Is that how you say it? Ultimatum? Ultimatum?
Ultimatum, yeah.
Ultimatum. Did I say that right? No. Why are you laughing at me?
Just go on.
But ultimately, it was like me or the dog because I can't live with a dog, let alone a husky.
Seriously. Yeah.
I would have died. And he was like, I'm just going to post him on this app or this website just to see if I get any hits. That night, he like calls me. He's like, yeah, some guy's coming to pick up Apollo. I was like, what? I was like, no, hold on.
Wow.
Because like him and Apollo were like best buds. Like if Chris went somewhere, Apollo was in the car with him.
Right.
It wasn't like, oh, my dog's home. No. So, yeah, like that night, he was just like, someone's coming to get him. I'm like, no, wait, you don't have to do this. Like, we're not, like, you can leave me.
Right.
I didn't want
Okay.
him to, but I know people are very attached to their animals.
Yeah.
And I knew that was a big fucking deal. So I was like, oh, the way this man cried on the phone, I cried because he was like, you could just tell he was so
Yeah.
shaken up about it that
Yeah.
I had a hard time. But yeah, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So those were the early stages. Mm-hmm. Life went on. You guys got married. How about the end of Chris's life? How did that kind of occur, if you will? There's no like cool term to say
What
here,
do you mean
but
occur?
like,
When he died?
yes.
Is that what you're trying to get at?
Yeah.
See, the people who try to avoid talking about.
That awkwardness, like, okay.
You just want the day? Like,
Well, I guess
the day
what led up
leading
to his
to it?
death, right?
Okay. So I'll go back to when we were on vacation because I don't know. I'm assuming that played a role.
Okay.
I don't fucking know.
Beep.
No, we cuss. We're real and raw.
Explicit.
Yeah, just
Continue.
put a label out there. So we had went to Florida for a couple of weeks. And my friend flew down there and joined us with her three kids. Her oldest, Nolani, had gotten the flu while we were down there. And So they flew down there, but the plan was for them to drive back with us because we drove both ways. So I think we got home on like a Friday. And at this point, Nolani had the flu. Sienna literally threw up as we weren't even around the block leaving Florida, and she's throwing up in the car.
Yep.
So it had kind of hit everyone at that point, except for me and Chris. Kara was sick on the way home. She just wasn't feeling good. So we got home on a Friday. On Saturday, he woke up. He's like, oh, I don't feel good. I was like, stay away. You got the flu. It hit you.
Yep.
So he had the flu, and that kind of went away, and then seemed like it turned into like an upper respiratory situation. Sorry.
I saw that.
And then he took an antibiotic, didn't go to the doctors. We had an antibiotic at home. And things seemed to clear up, except for his breathing was still a little off.
Okay.
But we just thought it was like a lingering situation. You know, like when you're sick and just sometimes it lingers.
Yeah.
And at first he thought maybe it was asthma because I have asthma and he was using my inhaler and it was helping him.
Okay.
Then he thought maybe it was anxiety because the breathing would be worse in the morning, and then I would drop him off at work, and midway through the day, you know, how you doing? Checking up on him, and he's like, I'm good, I feel fine. So he's like, maybe it's just anxiety. He's like, his job was very high pressured.
Right.
So there was all like, it made sense.
Right.
You know, like there was always rhyme or reason to it, like, oh, asthma or this. And then we were in a hotel. It was the holiday weekend, Labor Day 2024. And it was the day before Labor Day. And he was sleeping a lot. And I had left to go to my brother's because it was like in the evening. We were in the hotel. I was like, I just got to get out. And I came back and he's still, like when I was at my brother's, I was texting him and I could tell like he was sleeping because he wasn't answering right away. And then when I got back to the hotel, you could tell he had just woken up.
Yeah.
And it was like 10 or 11 at night. And I literally looked at him and I was like, you know, because I knew he wasn't feeling 100% still with the breathing. And then he would complain about his ear, saying that it sounded like there was an ocean in it. So, whatever that means. And I looked at him. I was like, do you want to go to the ER? Like, you've been sleeping all day.
Right.
Like, all day. I'm like, it's a little worrisome. He's like, no, I'm fine. Like, I didn't sleep well last night. You know, he goes, this is what the weekend is for, to just like chill and recoup. And I was like, are you sure? We can go now, get it over with before the holiday tomorrow, and just enjoy the holiday. He's like, no, I'm fine. And I was like, okay. Like, I had like left and got us something to eat, came back, asked him again. I was like, are you sure? I hate going to the hospital. So I was like, we can just get it over with.
Right.
Enjoy the day tomorrow.
Yep.
And he was like, no, I'm good. If I really thought something was wrong, I would go. He was like, when we go home tomorrow, if my ear is still bothering me, I'll go to urgent care. Okay. Fair enough. So we have dinner, we're talking, we're watching TV. It was probably either Friends or Shark Tank because that's all we watched. And we went to bed a little bit after midnight, and I woke up and he did not.
Do we feel like we just made it awkward?
Yeah, we did.
Well, and it's hard. Like, I know this story, like I've heard this story before, so it might be shocking to some people, to kind of hear this, but
Yeah. And I've told it so many times that.
well, you're just waiting for like the oh shit, like, but I'm not reacting because I know the story.
Right.
But when you say it to new people, it's totally different,
yeah.
right? Like it's
Oh, yeah, people's mouths are on the floor and they're like, "Are you okay? Oh my God, and I'm so sorry." So you're a widow?
the W word.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, but now you're here. It's been just over a year. Mm-hmm. You've come a long way. Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's what they say.
Right? So they say. So they say. All right. Do you want to explain more about the day Chris died? Do you want to save that for another episode? Do you want to...
I just talked about my dead husband. Thanks for joining us today on the Therapist and the Wildcard.
More to come. Or something like
Oh, stay tuned for part 2 about the day that he died.
Horrible.
Stay tuned.
That's a wrap for the Therapist and the Wildcard. One of us brings the therapy, and the other brings the chaos. Together, we'll be back with more laughter, healing, and everything in between.